On this episode of Men Telling on Themselves in my comment section, let's look at user, I will not name all of those things, but right up here with the purple. It's great to adopt a child if you and your wife agree on it. Now that starts off great, but then you continue. However, a man should never be a stepdad. One of my sayings is if someone else skeet it, you shouldn't feed it. Yikes! Now there's a list of reasons why you might want to throw up in your mouth upon reading that. Arguably, the list could go on and on. I'm not here to focus on that list. I'm here to focus on, I'm feeling nauseous, one second. I'm here to focus on the unspoken part of this truth for this man and many other men like them when it comes to looking at other people's kids. When it comes to looking at kids that are not genetically related to them. And here's what they're saying. They still view the children as an extension of the father. The children very rarely have anything, like what this commenter is saying is, one, he's not even considering that child as a person. He literally says it. Someone else skeet it, you should not feed it. It is a child. It is a child that you put your body at risk to birth, to bring into this world. So that's phase one, right? Phase two is that if someone else skeet it, if another man's sperm went into this child, then he doesn't want any parts of it. He's saying that even though this child exists and is a fully formed human being, he and men like him cannot separate the fact that there is somebody else's, specifically a man, not even the woman that he is with. He cannot separate the fact that this child is evidence that somebody else had sex with this woman. And because of the fact that she was a person before she met him, he says you should not feed it. It being a child that you love, that is your child, that you are hoping your partner cares for. He says, I don't want to feed it. Now, what he's implying is that it's better if adoption is on the table. That way, in his mind, it's like, oh, okay, I know you had no parts in making this child, and I know I had no parts in making this child. So people that fit within this delusion can swim in the realm of, oh, okay, I can live in this world in which you have never been with another person outside of me, and I don't have to look at evidence of that. The truth of your whole reality does not have to exist in their mind because they're not looking at a child. How would you like for somebody to look at your child and just be like, oh, a walking sperm bag of somebody else's genetic material? Like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. And unfortunately, people think like this. And I know the not all men crowd love to like hop on here and just talk. I'm not saying all men are like this. I know wonderful stepdads. Before my mom and my stepdad decided to part ways, my stepdad was fine. Like he was a good stepdad, like in the house, like was my experience. I was like, okay, like I didn't have any qualms with him per se, but it's like, I feel like there has to be a part of the brain that just turns off for people to be able to not just say, but to actually believe this with their entire heart and chest, you know? But there are a lot of people that believe this. And I think that people should know this about whoever they're going to be like dating, partnering with, possibly having children with, regardless of if they're going to adopt or if they already have kids or if they're considering having children together, because it also lets you know how he would view his own children. His wife, his partner, the person that gave birth to these children, are not even a part of the equation. He literally just considers them proof that he has had sex. That's all. It's an ego boost. It is an inflation. It is also incredibly dehumanizing for everyone else involved. The woman that gave birth, the child that is now born. Heaven help if the child doesn't come out exactly perfect or whatever this kind of people think the child should come out as, whether the child has some kind of disability, or if the person has some kind of homophobia and the child is queer, if the child, colorism is very big in multiple communities. So if the child doesn't come out with the hair texture or the skin tone that they want, like, they're not even considering the fact that this is a person that I had the honor of helping to bring into this world. No, you are a poor representation of me. You are not the signage that I want representing me in the world, whatever that may mean in their minds, because that is not a person. It's an it. It's an it. Yikes. Like, truly, just scroll through my comment section if you want free birth control. Just give it a nice little scroll, because it's in there. It's in there. It's free. You don't have to go. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. It's just there. It's just there. Free for the pickings, you know? It's eye-opening. You know what? While we're here, I wasn't initially going to talk about this because I forgot it was there because my head was blocking it. But this person, Walter Brown, says, tell us you're lonely with no male internet. No male internet? Without telling us. What I think that this person is trying to, like, ooga booga their way through is by saying, oh, tell us that you don't have any male attention, without saying that you don't have any male attention, right? Arguably, I don't want men to look at me. I don't. Like, I dated very extensively when I was living in Spain, and when I was in Mexico, I was, like, open to it, but I was really focusing on my career. And then upon dating in Spain, I was overwhelmed with so many different kinds of disappointment, and I said, yikes. Now, mind you, beautiful, well-spoken, they took care of me. I need more. I need more of, like, who you are as a person. Financially, cool, great, lovely, but, like, just because I don't want a walking dollar bill. Like, it helps that you pay for things, but I need more. Also, there's other people on here that have, like, made assumptions about me having romantic trauma. Let me be so absolutely for real with you guys. I have had an impeccable dating history. Now, but even him, like, there was this one guy who, like, had such a fond spot in my heart. He was unemployed, he was going through a really rough time, but he treated me so well. Oh my God, he treated me so well. And we had to end things because, you know, my career was starting to do like this, and he was kind of like this, and he was like, Shane, it's starting to, like, get in my head. I'm feeling like a kind of way about myself, and I just really need to focus on me. I said, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Like, I wish you nothing but the best. We went ways. I've dated everybody from unemployed to literal millionaires. Yes, millionaires. I've dated legacy money. I've dated generational money. And I still have these thoughts. Because it takes more than money. And also, I don't need male attention. Like, it's fine, it's cute, it's flattering. I don't need it. I don't crave it. There's more to me than a man ooga booging at me. Now, it's not to say that the men that I've dated have ooga booged at me. That'd be hilarious, though. But there's just so much more to life. There's just so much more to life than focusing on men. Literally, decentering men just makes so much more, creates so much more space for more wonderful things in your life. And unfortunately, when a lot of women have children with men, it makes it increasingly harder for them to decenter their attention, because you were actually, like, attached to them in some way through the child. Now, you can go no contact. You don't have to, like, ask for child support, but there is still, like, you don't know what's going on in that man's head. He could just show up. There's always, like, there's still some kind of attachment that is there. And I just don't want it. And I just don't want no parts. Now, if you're a woman that knows what I'm talking about, please rage off in the comments. If you're a woman that has, like, some questions, or that's not in your experience, please. Also, I'm open to it. Let me know. I'm just talking about my experience and the experiences of the women that I know intimately. And I'm just regurgitating the information that I've gathered so that you guys can make more informed decisions. So That way you don't have children with people like this.